Welcome, Sojourners, to the Women's Leadership Mindset series presented by Teresa K. Page, LLC. My name is Teresa Page. I am your host and looking forward to spending these next few moments with all of you. We have a lot of work to get done on today, but first, allow me to invite you to connect with me by subscribing to my website and YouTube channel. Connect and follow me on LinkedIn, and always feel free to contact me directly via email at teresakpagellc@outlook.com. So what is our goal? Well, as an author, speaker, coach, and mentor, my mission is to help professional women renew their leadership mindset with fresh fire and purpose through the mediums of leadership development and coaching services. However, the Women's Leadership Mindset series is a new initiative intended to spotlight powerful women leaders and how they serve the world through their professions and purpose. So with the goal to help women realize their unfulfilled dreams and re-energize the leaders they always were. This platform is designed to enhance, empower, educate, equalize, and even emancipate, as our special guests share their entrepreneurial stories, provide valuable resources, and guidance in a caring, professional, and impactful manner. So, let's get down to business. Good morning, leaders. This is Teresa Page of Teresa K. Page, LLC, and thank you for joining me. I had a few thoughts on my head that I just wanted to spend just a little bit of time with each of you. So, one of the things that I was thinking about was that over the past few years since I've started on this journey as an entrepreneur, I've had the awesome pleasure of engaging with the most amazing leaders to learn from and to collaborate with to do some pretty cool things. On the other side, I've had just as many equally disheartening experience with leaders that kind of put me in a space of a rude awakening because I was surprised by some of their attitudes that was in the worst way, in the worst way. And the truth be told is that I cannot really determine if that's some of the attitudes that I have been confronted with, whether there were leaders who didn't know the basics of their own business, or if they were the actual catalyst that was the reason for the different types of hatred or oppressions that ran rampant within their organizations. Whatever the matter is, and there was a whole broad scale of all of this, I couldn't quite determine if some of these attitudes were always a thing, and if any of it was as a result of the frustrations of the pandemic, or again, if this was always a thing. But the more that I think about it, I've come to the realization that the outcome really doesn't matter one way or the other. And that's not to say that any of the effects that has happened to all of us globally over the last few years is not a factor. One of the things is that I've just really come to believe, regardless of the reason, that before we can fix any global geopolitical or even systematic matters in the world, we must first address the fundamental matters amongst our organizational leaders, regardless of industry. As an entrepreneur, and as well as one that has led, managed, or supervised various professional or faith-based teams over the years, I am learning that we are the personification of our organizations. We are the personification of its mission, its vision, and its core values. And I've also learned that our organizations can only be as we are, nothing more and nothing less. Whatever it is that we project as an individual, that translates and it transforms into our culture, our processes, our procedures, our goods, our services. It also reflects in the talent that we hire, or even the customer service that our team may give over to our target niche. So one of the things I've come to understand is that doing the functions of a leader or doing the functions or of a leadership role, regardless of what the title may be, that is not enough. From my own personal experience, I know what it is like, and I know that it's totally possible to do the physical work or the physical functions of a particular leadership role, but not possess the mentality or the statehood of a leader. And I've also come to understand that not knowing that you are a leader in your mind first can skew the outcomes of our work and our organizational culture. So just for a few moments, for the organizational leaders out there that may be listening, allow me to encourage you to be reminded of who you are and be convinced of your own greatness. And to do that is just very simple. We're just going to focus on just a couple of things. To be convinced of your own greatness, it's important that you remember that you are made in the image and after the likeness of God. Whether you believe in him or not, I'll let you handle that. But it's important that we are made in the image and after the likeness of God, in which we are the visible representation designed after his model. Now, as such, with that in mind, we are perfectly engineered accordingly. And we not only possess speech, but we have distinct features and genetic qualities that enables us to perceive sound and equilibrium, to perceive taste, as well as to perceive colors, vision, details, motion, to perceive endurance, or to understand that our brain translates information for all of our human activity at high level speeds up to 250 miles per hour, and that we're also engineered to perceive touch so that we can interact with our world, surrounding world, and make informed decisions, and that we also are engineered to perceive over 1 trillion sense. Now, being made in the image and likeness of God, as such, we also possess 5 degrees of leadership. And those degrees include to have dominion, which is supreme authority. Another degree is to subdue, which is to conquer, to bring into subjection, or to gain mastery, whether it's over an emotion, a passion, or even a temptation. We also possess the leadership ability to multiply, which is to intensify, to make greater, to increase in number, or in a term that we like to hear, to be able to scale. We also have that leadership ability to be fruitful, which is to abundantly to produce or to produce abundantly. And we also have the leadership ability to replenish, which is to fill, to fully supply, or to perfect by faithfully reproducing the original. So whatever it is your organization produces, whether it's a good or a service, we have the ability to reproduce, to perfect upon it and reproduce that good or that service to serve those who we are assigned to. Also being made in that image and likeness of God, being that visible representation or being designed after his model also means that we have his intelligence. And with that intelligence, we actually possess 3 levels of intelligence, such as knowledge, which is information learned or experience. And that could be factual information, educational information, what you have experienced and what you have gained in your expertise over the years in your position, or as well as concepts and perspectives. And along, we also have that understanding, which is comprehending that which we have learned or experienced. And most importantly, as far as our three levels of intelligence, we also have wisdom, which is that complex ability to take that which we have learned and experienced and that which we have understood, and taking that to utilize those things with a sense of enlightenment as well as with reason to create something wonderful, to create something totally innovative. So, with such leadership abilities and intelligence that was downloaded into our framework, it enables all of us, the entire human family, to perform effectively as guardians over the earth, to have above average brain power so that we can develop solutions. We're able to build, to create, and to invent by wisdom. We have the ability to establish what we build by understanding, and that we also are capable of filling our chambers with precious and pleasant riches through our knowledge. And above all, we have controlling influence to affect real change in our assigned domains of industry without force. So, leaders, as you move forward in your week, I want you to be convinced of your own greatness. Take a moment, take a day, take a week, and just sit with yourself and to consider the things that are great about you. Understand that you are engineered for greatness. You're engineered for leadership. You possess 5 degrees of leadership. You possess the intelligence from leadership. You did that just by walking into the earth. So be convinced of your own greatness. So I want to say thank you for joining me on today. It was such an honor to spend just a few minutes with all of you. Remember to stay connected with me. You can do so by visiting my website, teresakpage.squarespace.com. There you will learn more about my leadership development, coaching, motivational speaking, as well as my business-to-business services. You can check out previous episodes of the Women's Leadership Mindset series, as well as some of our guest bloggers, and also learn how to become one of my special featured guests. On my website, you can connect with me via LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify for content and resources that will keep your mindset and organization moving forward. And also, if you need that support to help renew your leadership mindset with fresh fire and fresh purpose, as well as to create an achievement plan to help you realize your unfulfilled goals, then book a 30-minute complimentary discovery session with me. I would look forward to being able to connect with you virtually. So before we go, just keep in mind, I have a new event that's coming up. So you are cordially invited to join me for Love the Success Factor Women's Leadership Conference at 10 a.m. on Saturday, November 9th of 2024 via Cisco WebEx. This one-day virtual event will be an inspirational and, most importantly, a practical demonstration of how God's love empowers women to lead, create, and to generate wealth in the fullness of our equality, purpose, and business. And even though this is a women's leadership conference, our men in business, our brothers, you are more than welcome to come and join us for this wonderful experience. So check the bio for full conference and registration details. Also, be sure to register today so that we may ensure that the My Journey to Wholeness, Love the Success Factor softcover book and the companion reference guide workbook arrives to you in time. So thank you for joining me for another episode of the Women's Leadership Mindset series. For just a moment or two, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, here's to the journey, and let's move forward.